best bites forever.
What's up everyone? In this video I am making this super creamy and moist pumpkin bread stuffed with cheesecake. Hey, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so now and let's rock it out. I am starting off here with 1.5 cups of flour in my bowl. To that I am going to add 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, and I do have a recipe for pumpkin pie spice. If you don't want to use store-bought, I will leave a link. I've also added in 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. I'm going to go ahead and give that a nice little stir until everything is well combined, and then I'm going to move it over to the side. Here in this bowl I am going to add 1 cup of sugar along with 2 ounces of softened creamed cheese, and I'm going to mix that up with my hand mixer. This is not going to come all the way together, and that is okay. You're just looking for it to look something like this. Go ahead and add in 1 stick of melted butter, and that butter should be nice and cooled even though it is melted. Next I'm going to add in 2 eggs along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Again, I'm just going to take my hand mixer and give this a nice little mix until it looks something like this. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my dry ingredients and just use my spatula to make kind of a little well in the middle of that, and then I'm going to add my liquid ingredients into my dry ingredients. Again, using my hand mixer, I want to mix this up until it is well combined, and it is going to look just like this. Go ahead and take a second to scrape your bowl at this point. You want to make sure that you get all along the sides. Also make sure that you scrape the bottom. We want to make sure that there are no dry ingredients lurking down there that didn't get mixed in. As you could see, there was just a tiny little bit of dry ingredient down on the bottom of mine. The next thing that I'm adding in is 1.5 cups of pureed pumpkin, and you can use homemade or canned here, totally up to you. Again, I will leave a link down below to how to make your own pumpkin puree if you'd like to do that. Go ahead and mix that in until it's well combined. It should look something like this. Take another minute to scrape the sides and the bottom of your bowl once again, just to make sure that everything is getting nice and mixed in there. I'm going to put that over to the side, and then I'm just using the bowl that we mixed up our liquid stuff in, and that's fine because it's all going into the same place. I have put 3 tablespoons of sugar along with 6 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of flour going in right now. Got a little ahead of myself. All right, 1 tablespoon of flour and 1 egg going in there also. Go ahead and give that a nice little mix once again to get everything mixed together nice and beautifully. It is going to look just like this when you get it all finished, nice and smooth and gorgeous. And now we are ready to go ahead and assemble this bad boy. Take a 9x5 bread pan and spray it down really good with some sort of cooking spray. I use Pam, but you can use whatever kind you would like. I put about half of my batter into the pan, and I just want to make sure that I am pushing it all the way over to the edges and the sides of everything. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add that cream cheese, beautiful cheesecakey goodness mixture right on top of that. And as I'm adding this, I'm kind of poking it down in the middle, as you can see, because I want it to kind of form in the middle more so than on the sides. Once I get all of that poured in there, I'm going to add the rest of my beautiful pumpkin bread right on top of it. Once again, just making sure that I am hitting up those sides really well. You want to kind of just use your spatula to spread this out. Of course, I have gone ahead and preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to put this into the oven for anywhere from 45 to 55 minutes. It's just going to kind of depend on your oven, but the top should crack, and when it comes out it should look something like this, all gorgeous. Now before you cut this, you're going to want to let it cool for 20 to 30 minutes, and I accidentally chipped a little piece off of mine, which is very tempting to eat, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let this cool, and then I'm going to serve it up after about 30 minutes, and this is what it looks like. Hey, if you haven't subscribed already, now would be a really great time, and I will see you all in the next video. Happy cooking, everyone!